Damn, it makes you wonder why I keep from going under. Damn, it makes you wonder why I keep from going under.
In the round, I'm trying to figure out when this was, late 80s, electronic dance music.
Hey, welcome to the channel.
Fuck you. 86, 87, and it was
the same Grandmaster Flash.
It was disco combined with
Yeah, I had that in my car. My dad really didn't like it.
repetition and
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder why I keep from going under.
It's not surprising it took the world by storm because it was revolutionary. And
What
this
the
next track
hell?
we're gonna play,
Right.
house adjacent.
So doing the usual. Oh, there's a bit of drizzle. A bit of drizzle going on there. Well, where I'm going, I don't need covers. So we've got shelter. Now it's 2:30.
This was for me the year when it was released.
I did get some screen
Such
wash.
an exciting piece of music, and I'm gonna call it house music. Even though
Am I late? Well, not really.
I think it's like freestyle with a 4/4 kick drum.
Well,
But in any case,
I know I'm faffing around,
I remember
try to get ready, faffing around. Faffing around. Now, okay, so what's going on today? Well, it's a quick channel update. Right. Yesterday I mentioned that I had quite an extensive conversation with an electric car enthusiast, shall we say. So we're calling this electric car enthusiast. And I think I'm going to do a video tomorrow morning, probably. I'm going to go over a lot of the topics covered on it. So just to sort of cover to cover the kind of, I'll try and be like neutral about it. It's difficult because you know that I don't like them, and you know I haven't bought into the cool, you know. So this guy's on he's drunk the Kool-Aid, isn't he? Let's face it. That's what's up. There's a new bit of road back there, and we'll get a load of copyright shit with this thing. So he's drunk the Kool-Aid, and I haven't drunk the Kool-Aid. So some of the fangs come out, you could say. Oh fuck, there's one. A Tesla. Right, so there's lots of them about. A lot of people have been pushed into it. You know, so to me that, I don't approve of that. So I don't think it's the right way to go. I don't think it's good for anything. There's a lot of issues with them. Well, one of the things that we did cover in the discussion, which the guy wasn't really, he was very doubtful of, was what actually happened on the A9, where people in electric cars had to be rescued. Oh fucking hell, yeah, put your lights out, that's really clever. I was trying to turn the fog lights on, even though there's no fog, and I turned the wrong button. So that, you know, and it's really about the way how the batteries. It's like a lot of the kind of the normal sort of defence mechanisms that people who've drank the Kool-Aid chuck at you. And one is Norway. What Norway's used, you know, in this argument. And I didn't actually know, but there's different compressors and everything that are used in Norway to keep it's to keep the battery's got to be at the right temp. The lithium battery has got to be at the right temperature. You know, it doesn't want to be too hot. It doesn't want to be too cold either. It's got to be the right temperature. So it's got different. So it's not quite as simple as going, oh yeah, they use them in Norway. You know, brilliant. You know, it's a bit of a. The whole thing's a bit of a fraud. a typical fraud by corporations, a fraud on us, the public. There's that line beside the road. So, there's lots of things like that covered in it. It's quite it went on for about probably 2 or 3 hours, and it only ended when I had to go home to get my tea. The guy was firing back. He was firing back like 2 answers. It got to the point he was giving me 2 answers to each answer I was giving him. I was sort of answering him, and then by the time, so the answer had been chucked back, and I was putting another answer back. So we got into pretty heavy stuff about cancer and stuff. The fangs came out, the claws, the bitching, pretty heavy bitching, I would say, came out, because my friend is a rocket scientist, right, he's sort of more able to articulate. So, he's got a lot more knowledge about it than I have, but so I was able to sort of articulate and answer this guy. So really, it was him that was on. I would say he was the one that was on the run, sort of thing. Whereas it was a boxing match, I kept punching him, and he was the one that kept coming back and getting sort of nastier and everything. But the art of it was not to be abusive. It was just secret, and you can be abusive, but you got to do it very discreetly. It's not exactly abusive, but it's telling them truth because they're in a cult group. So he's part of a cult group. I'm not part of a cult group because at the end of the day, electric car, I haven't bought into it, but I'm not. Well, I just don't really get. Well, I can't. I don't get the financial, benefits of it. At the moment, we're driving a diesel car, and it's down to about. It's going to need filling up, so I'll go and fill it up. It'll cost me about 60 quid or something. And I don't really see any big. I mean, again, they're talking about servicing and stuff like that. And then they chuck out a lot of false truths at you. They'll say something like a Tesla doesn't need any servicing. So you've got to really be, does it really? And then it turns out you speak to people and the batteries cost this, the batteries cost that, and this cost, had to get this update and that update and all different things like that. So I think it's a bit dishonest. So basically you're an ICE engine. And of course the big killer in the room for them is that we could, because we've pursued this electric car thing, this lithium battery thing, pursued it so hard, so much money spent on it, that we could have been pursuing, making the ICE engine cleaner. And they don't really like that when you come away with that one. And the reason is we don't have to drill for oil, because that's the common thing. Oh, it's dirty and all this, but we can grow fuel. But you say, why we can't do that? So why not? So they've done outrageous things to develop these batteries and everything, and ploughed billions and billions of dollars or pounds or whatever it is into it of our money. Basically, the overall green thing, the overall, the air source heat pumps and the wind factories, wind farms, all these things. We've ploughed billions into it. So obviously, if we're going to plough billions into that means we're not ploughing billions into other things. Because really, at the end of the day, the cost is an issue, isn't it? I mean, it's like, where does it come from? There's an infinite amount of finance in the world just to plough into this thing. There isn't, is there? And I think we'll have a look at that tomorrow. It may be a bit awkward getting out of Facebook actually. I could just try and, what we could do is we could read back You know, as long as this guy hasn't deleted any of his messages, he might do. Some of them go a bit huffy, especially when they're losing. So, so basically, he's drunk the Kool-Aid. I haven't drunk the Kool-Aid, and so I'm not. You could use an analogy. This is a weird analogy, the transgender thing. You know, where somebody's drunk the Kool-Aid, and they're going to convince you that is the way forward. And I have actually met people like that, right? And it's obviously it's so stupid, it's unbelievable. But that would be the you've got to think to yourself. Oh, so humanity would the best way forward would be to change your, go through surgery and everything. It's like ridiculous, isn't it? It's like, get a fucking grip. Of course not. Of course it's only the odd few strange people that are going to do that, right? But you can't actually saying that it's like, oh, that's, it's discriminatory, or but really it's realistic, isn't it? No, it's not a good solution. You've got to make do what you've got. So that's equally just as like, it's maybe not the ideal analogy, but it's kind of like, we must do these. You must do. So it's a cult thing that happens, and it overcomes. Like otherwise, I suppose, normal-ish people, who get taken in by this. West. Where the fuck's West? Oh yeah. Where are we? I don't know. I'm still half asleep and I don't know. I'm always in the wrong friggin' lane again. You always get red lights here. You never, I don't think I've ever driven through here smoothly. So there you go, look. Fuck's sake, right? So it's like, I'm in the wrong fucking lane, and some cunt will come up with a taxi. And so the whole electric car thing, it's really not. It really is not what they say at all remotely. See, we've got a red light again. Like, there we go. Red lights. So that's 1, 2. So it's like 2 in the morning. I'm fucking stopping all the time. That's irritating. So there's something weird about this roundabout. To me, it doesn't want you to get. It doesn't want you to get to where you're going. It's what it seems like. It's like, it doesn't want me to get there. It doesn't. It fucking doesn't. And so the whole thing. So people, they come on and they're like some middle class bots or something. Is that what they are? These people, these middle manager types or software engineers, reps. I mean, years ago when I was young, it was Cortina Gear. You had a Cortina Gear, the rep. That was the. So it was like it was plush inside and it had wood trim and everything, and it made you feel special if you had one, if you got one for your company car. So now it's Tesla's is the company car. You're part of that. So it's an exclusive club, but it's not, and it's full of flaws, and your average person doesn't really. I was going to say they don't understand it. I didn't mean to say that in a demeaning way. They don't understand it. But most of your sensible people will know instinctively that there's something just weird about the whole electric car shit that's not particularly palatable. So here we are. We're at So what we got here? Got yes. Somebody with a mini. Right. Right. First floor. Right. Mini. Got the tin. Got it. Right, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye. Who's that with the Mini?